Before I hand over the program to the moderator, allow me to go through one of the achievements that has been realized by the Council of Governors. So the communication team, I hope you're on standby. Allow me to introduce the second guest we have this afternoon. We have Honorable Dr. Miriam Chekukwa, MP, and she is from the Republic of Zimbabwe. She is Harare Proportional Representative who has joined us this afternoon. Madam, feel welcome. She is from the Parliament of Zimbabwe. So the Council of Governors has had achievements, and one of the achievements is a compendium of county innovations and best practices that they have documented on COVID-19 response. We have the compendium here with us, and we'll be releasing it out to the members of public. And this has been done by the COG through the Maharifa Center, and it demonstrates what tangible results we have from the Council of Governors. We are here, of course, to learn, to innovate, to take stock of what we have done. And therefore, I want to invite us to have a short preview of what is contained in this compendium. The communication team. Okay, so this is the compendium, and a little summary about what is in. We have 13 counties that demonstrated how innovative ideas can give us positive results. The cases documented here vary. For example, under the sector of health, the Machakos County converted a stadium to make a makeshift hospital in response to COVID-19 in April 2020. In Kericho County, the mitigation included using radiology to test COVID-19 and initiate treatment on time. And this was in April 2021. We also had a response, a case study of the GK prison in Migori County, where successful interventions were done. In the sector and planning sector, Nyeri County had a delivery tool for the county's development agenda and comprehensive response to COVID-19, and this was in June 2021. On matters gender, counties did quite a lot of interventions. We had Mombasa County with a toll-free line that helped the county to report on cases of gender-based violence. We also had targeted gender-based violence interventions to address rising cases in Makueni County. We also had the launch of the Gender-Based Recovery Center in Kwale County. Kilifi County also mitigated the high prevalence of teenage pregnancy to keep the young girls in school, and this was in May 2021. The other achievements and innovations were seen in the education sector, with Kitui County launching the distribution of free face masks for all learners ahead of school reopening in January 2021. In communication, the Kisumu County COVID-19 Response Call Center provided timely and critical information, referral and linkages at the peak of the emergency, June 2021. In Lamu County, they used a town crier to sensitize locals on the COVID-19 pandemic. And that was in March 2021. And finally, in the sector of information and technology, Kajiado County embraced private sector partnership and had an innovation they duped, Riziki, to scale up digital food distribution to vulnerable groups. That was in June 2020. Your Excellencies, the Honorable Chief Guest, ladies and gentlemen, that is the compendium, and a copy will be availed after this. Please ensure that you get yourself a copy to get to learn more about the innovative stories that we have. It's now my single pleasure to invite the moderator of this session, and the moderator of this session is our own, His Excellency, the Governor, James Ongwae, who is also the Vice Chair of the Council of Governors and Chair of the Steering Committee for this 7th Annual Devolution Conference. Let's put our hands together for His Excellency, the Governor Ongwae.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam. I didn't hear the claps for her. Please, can we clap for this great lady? Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon is just slightly, we got into the afternoon. We are very lucky to be having our own Chief Justice in this room, and she's going to be introduced shortly. We also have the Chairperson of Local Government, Public Works and National Housing, and also a Member of Parliament, the own Dr. Reverend Miriam Rutendo Chikukwa, who from Zimbabwe, who is here in this room. So I would ask that Madam Chief Justice, if you could very, very kindly come here, please. Come and sit here in front. Madam Miriam, please, I kindly ask you to come forward. Can you clap for our Chief Justice, please? The Chair of the Council of Governors, if you can come. The host Governor, please very, very kindly come. And from Senate, I think there was a Deputy Speaker. If she's in, would very, very kindly request you to come. Madam, I can see you seated there, unless my eyesight is not working. Please come. The Principal Secretary, Ministry of Devolution, Julius Coril. Mr. Coril, please come. Ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome our Chief Justice, Justice Martha Koome, you all know her. Honorable Martha Koome, you all know her. Chief Justice, you welcome. What you see here are county governments. You are seeing here national government. You are seeing here the Senate. You are seeing here multilateral, bilateral friends of this country. You are seeing here stakeholders in the climate and environment area. You are seeing here the face of Kenya. We opened up this conference yesterday. It was opened by His Excellency the President. And since yesterday, we have discussed a number of issues. The first issue that we discussed was on the impact of climate change and pandemics on subnational, national, continental, and global peace and security. The second one that we discussed was on climate change and disaster risk management. The third issue that was discussed was related to financing climate action at the subnational level. And of course, then there was the official opening yesterday, which I have indicated was done by His Excellency the President. And after that, the Right Honorable Prime Minister also gave a keynote address. And of course, our CS for Interior, who was representing the President. Then issues of vulnerability and resilience in the face of climate change were discussed. And these are issues which are continuing. We have other issues that we're going to discuss this afternoon and tomorrow. We thank you sincerely, Madam, for coming, and we don't take it for granted. Allow me now to invite the host governor, Excellency Kivutha Kibwana, to come and talk to us.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Lady Justice Martha Koome, Dr. Miriam Rutendo, Member of Parliament and Chair, Local Government Public Works National Housing, Zimbabwe, our Chair of Governors and colleague governors, Senate, all of us represented so that we can save time. I do not want to repeat what I said yesterday, but just to very warmly welcome our Chief Justice and to be grateful that she accepted from our busy schedule to be with us in this meeting of local, how we deal with climate change at the local level. Since we started, I am happy to report that we are doing very well, very good attendance, and I don't think we have had any incidents because none have been reported to me. And I really thank all of Kenya, which is gathered here at Makueni after 2 delays of this particular conference. Chief Justice, I want to say, although those postponements did impact negatively on our businesses, on us, and everybody who was preparing to come, but we have understood it was COVID, and we are trying as much as possible to remedy any problems that occurred because of those postponements. If I could say, this climate change issue is a bit complex, particularly at the local level. Like we struggled here to actually find the word for climate change in our language. And even in Kiswahili, it is only recently when they are beginning to say mabadiliko ya tabia ya nchi. So you can notice from even this question of language that long time ago, this was not a real problem. All the things that are happening were not there, and it is therefore something that, even in terms of language and so on, we are grappling with. Because the focus is the local rendition of climate change, we have said in this meeting so far that it will be important to conduct a lot of civic education on what is climate change in our communities, so that there is a conversation which is genuine, and there may be, like our Maarifa Center, developing something which says what is climate change, what is climate emergency, crisis, action, ecosystems, greenhouse emissions, adaptation, mitigation, FLOCA, all those rendered in very easy language so that the conversation can be genuine. And even all these frameworks that we have developed, them being customized so that all sectors, particularly the grassroots level, they are able to be part of this conversation. I think, Madam Justice, something new is going to emerge in terms of climate justice. You might get sometime soon in the courts people saying that national government, county government, and so on and so forth require to adhere to climate justice rights, just like the other socioeconomic rights that exist within the Constitution, and therefore a new jurisprudence emerging. Let me, as I conclude, also say that communities already are themselves battling with climate change. And whatever it is, climate crisis and so on, and whatever it is that they do must also be factored in terms of our responses, including its costs, so that we don't make them invisible and they are just people to be acted upon. And in terms of this COVID-19, which really even delayed this meeting and so on, the Ministry of Health is really continuing to tell us as counties that we must, tell our people about the dangers. We are not yet out of the woods, and particularly vaccinations, so that is done very well. Chief Justice, we are happy for the High Court here. It is really a modern one, and we are very proud that you were able to do that for Makueni County in terms of delivery of justice. And we provided 5 acres, some acres of land, and that is really the partnership even which is being emphasized in this meeting. So, karibu sana Makueni. We are happy where you are. We think Kenya will be safe with you in this transition period. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, Host Governor. On the High Court, I'm not sure most governors here would be happy because I also want like the one you have here. The next speaker is the Principal Secretary, Ministry of Devolution, Honorable Julius Korir. If you can come and talk to us, please.
Thank you, Honorable James Ongwae, the Session Chair, Honorable Chief Justice, Lady Justice Martha Koome, our guest who is here with us, Miriam from Zimbabwe, Honorable Chairman of the Council of Governors, governors who are here, and all members of the Diplomatic Corps, senators who are here, and all the delegates, good afternoon again. I think mine is very brief, just to recognize your presence, Lady Justice, and welcome you to this family of devolution. I think through the Constitution 2010, Kenyans decided that they wanted to change the way they run their affairs, and one of the key decisions that they made was to ensure that we devolve governance. And so every year since in the first era of devolution, the devolution family has been meeting every year, only save for challenge of COVID in the last 2 years. This event was postponed up to today. But we are glad that we are back together as a devolution family. And this is a place where the 2 levels of government recommit themselves to ensuring that the fruits that were anticipated under the devolution would be realized. It is a time we also take stock of where we are, where we've come from, and where we want to go. And on the basis of that, we also take lessons learned so that we can, as a family, again, make Kenyans realize the fruits that they anticipated when they decided that we need to change this constitution. During these forums of devolution conference, we normally focus on pressing challenges that face the citizens. And in this year, we all said that climate change is a major pressing challenge that is facing the country, and we need to rally ourselves towards how to address this main challenge. And so yesterday, today, we've just been discussing how do we as a country mitigate and also alleviate the challenges and the that come through climate change. We've also been able to share amongst ourselves the instruments that are available to counties, to governments, and to the citizens on how we can alleviate this challenge that is facing us. We've also agreed on a number of efforts that we need to put in place, and this is in recognition, and I think I would want to quote one of the senators from America, the former actor Schwarzenegger, when he said that climate change, combating climate change requires collaboration of all levels of government. And I think this conference, your Honorable Lady Justice Koome, this is why we have come here today, that the two levels of government, including now your side, we are calling all of us so that we can collaborate to combat this major challenge. So as the national government, we are very much committed. We've done the commitments that are required globally, and now we are cascading them to the county, and that is the subnational governments. So thank you so much, and welcome to this event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julius. It's now my pleasure to invite Honorable Senator Margaret Kamar, the Deputy Speaker of the Senate, to talk to us. Margaret.
Honorable Chief Justice Martha Koome, all protocol observed. I will not repeat what the Speaker said yesterday because he made a big statement on the role of Senate in the theme of the conference, which was climate change and multi-level governance for climate action. But I will only mention one or two things, Madam Chief Justice, that one, climate change is real. However much we are not able to describe it, as was stated by the host governor, the effects of climate change are real, and we are all suffering because of the effects of climate change. One of the effects that came out clearly yesterday and has also been touched in the Senate a number of times is the resource conflicts that result from climate change. We have had conflicts over resources, over grass, over grazing grounds, over water. Only a month ago, the Senate was on a mission in our Security Committee, actually in Senate, was on a mission in Laikipia. They have been to Baringo before because of the conflicts that are rising because of long droughts and flooding that comes thereafter. And because of that reality, it really calls for all of us to work together to see how we can deal with the effects of climate change. I want to confirm that in the Senate currently, we have a bill that is coming up, sponsored by Senator Zani, on how we can start involving our primary school and secondary school children on the issues environment and climate change in particular. This is very important because however much we say climate change is new, the effects have been with us for a very long time, but we have never understood. So the bill that is coming up is creating a law that will enable us ensure that at the basic education level, climate change and environmental issues are taken very seriously. This is very useful now because we are dealing with CBC, which is more practical than ever before. So a clear understanding is going to come forth immediately after that that bill is translated into an act. Otherwise, I would like to join the rest of the members, Madam Chief Justice, in welcoming you to join us so that we walk the same road when it comes to dealing with climate change in our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator. It's now my pleasure to invite the Chair of the Council of Governors, Excellency Honorable Martin Wambora, the Governor for Embu. Please, Excellency Governor, talk to us.
Our chief guest, Honorable Lady Justice Martha Koome, Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court, Excellency Governors, Honorable Reverend Dr. Mariam Lutendo Chikukwa, MP and Chair of Parliamentary Committee of Local Government, Housing Works in Parliament of Zimbabwe. Cabinet Secretaries present, Honorable Senators present, Deputy Governors present, Honorable Members of Parliament, Principal Secretaries, Heads of Missions, Members of County Assembly, other national government representatives, private sector and civil society representatives, international delegates, our development partners, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I will not give us a long speech of blah, 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 like yesterday. So I'll make a very, very brief speech, indeed, to the point. On behalf of the Council of Governors, I take this opportunity to welcome you, Your Honorable Lady Justice Martha Koome, Chief Justice and the President of the Supreme Court, to the 7th Annual Devolution Conference. I also take this opportunity to recognize the presence of Dr. Honorable Miriam Lotende Sikwamba of Parliament of Zimbabwe. We appreciate you joining us in this conference. As a continent, we must begin to learn governance and climate action from each other. As a council, we are honored and truly privileged by your presence here at this second day of the conference. Honorable Lady Justice, the theme of our Devolution Conference being multi-level governance of climate action, with a specific focus on how the subnational governments can contribute to us unlocking the full potential of climate action. County governments have a role to play in dealing with challenging climate action with the subnational lens of prominence from the discussion yesterday, which is going on today, was that both levels of government should adopt climate-smart solutions that enhance sustainability and resilience in local communities. We are in agreement that climate change poses a serious threat on the survival of this planet and the people in it. Therefore, we made a clarion call to some national governments all over the world to rise and take their places in the effort to combat the impacts of the changing climate. As the temperatures get warmer and more populations move to urban areas, county governments must put in place systems that guarantee proper planning in cities, municipalities, and townships, and develop green spaces for their residents. The other key issue was food security. One of the biggest threats posed by the changing climate is the threat of food systems. With rising temperatures, so as to realize food security among our small-scale farmers. Honorable Chief Justice, distinguished guests, yesterday we launched a financing locally led climate action FROCA program, and the conviction is that this program will support subnational climate action to the benefits of the communities up to the world level. In conclusion, therefore, I wish to thank the judiciary for protecting the devolution whenever it has been under attack, and going forward, let us consult each other as necessary. Thank you for listening to me. May I now take this opportunity to invite you, Lady Justice, to address us. I think, may I hold on? Thank you for listening to me. May I now end there. Asanteni sana. Shukran sana.
Thank you very much, my good chair. Now we have the opportunity to listen to our sister from one of our sister countries, Madam On Dr. Reverend Miriam Rutendo Chikukwa is a Member of Parliament in Zimbabwe. She is a chairperson of local government, public works, and national housing in the Zimbabwean Parliament. She is also a member of the Environment Committee. What this job entails is that the cabinet secretaries, or in their case, the ministers in charge of public works and the ministers in charge of national housing, have to report to her. She is a chairperson of a subnational area, local government. You also, our Kenyan local government, the system that we took over from, all you governors who are here, you know that the bulk of our officers were actually local government officers, and that we had a local government system, which they still have. And that's what she is in charge of, and that's what, so she is come to the right place, and we would be gladly want to hear what our sister country, their experiences and so on. So, Madam Reverend Miriam Rutendo, welcome to Kenya. Like I did tell you, the people that are in this room are the ones that are governing this country. In the broader sense of from the national government, from the parliamentary system that we have both Senate and National Assembly, from the subnational government system, where we have the executive led by the governors, deputy governors, and what we would also call ministers at the local level, and the members of the county assemblies. They are all here led by their chair, their speakers. They are all in this room. And it is my distinct pleasure to invite you to talk to us. Otherwise, welcome to this great country of Kenya also. I did tell you that this particular climate is almost like a climate of parts of your country that I've visited, actually just about the same. Please come and talk to us.